Good morning, BTN. I am Kathy Etienne. I am owner of Trending Now OC, which is a marketing and advertising specialist firm. My background, I started working when I was very young for Ricoh Corporation. I worked for the Western Region Vice President when they were all along the 55. If you remember, they had many buildings, and we were copiers and fax machines and office equipment, and I loved that. I learned so much, and I worked closely with the marketing department there. Had a lot of fun in my 20s, and so learned a lot from there. I eventually moved on to work for a company called DVI Financial Services. There we partnered with physicians, radiologists in particular, and we did joint ventures and acquisitions. So we partnered with the radiologists to open MRI facilities all throughout California, mainly in California here local, LA and Orange County, Inland Empire, etc. Very expensive equipment. That was really fun, dealing with big numbers. You guys like big numbers. That was super fun. So I focused on not only from ground up meeting with the doctors and establishing locations and financing and what the office was going to look like, to helping them staff and helping them get their marketing materials together. At the end of the day, what I love the most about all of the many jobs I've had, including I was a stay-at-home mom for about 15 years, which was a blessing, is that I love marketing and advertising. I just do. I find that it's my passion. I think it's what makes businesses go round, right? You get your branding, you get your logo. It's exciting. You know, I mean, we all know Nike, we all know Pepsi for a reason, right? You know, their logos, their branding says it all. We can all remember the Oscar Mayer song, right? So that stuff is exciting to me. I love it. I find it fun. So fast forward, I became a money mailer franchisee after my kids grew up, and I no longer was in PTA and doing all these other things for free. Instead, I often chair fundraising for most of these groups, and so I became a money mailer franchisee. And true to my heart, is that I love helping people. I love helping businesses grow. I love watching people get business. And so let's see, I have to show this because we have Anna in the house. Anna Dwinger. Here is Anna's beautiful ad. And she dropped her first ad with me last month and got her first call, and we're hoping for good things to grow from there. So HVAC clients new with us, mailing all over, just growing. They were like, we need business, and they're doing very well. So I'm thrilled for them. They bought the covers, inside left, premium pages, and it's been fun. And we came up with this fun little branding. They like dogs and cute quippy stuff. So it's ride the wave and stay cool with our AC specials is what I came up with. They loved it. They wanted a beachy thing. So that's cute and fun. So what I do is, not only do I have this publication, which has a circulation in Orange County of 300,000. Okay, that's just here local. That's from San Clemente up to like Rossmore, you know, Los Alamitos. I mean, we go out into the Empire. I partner with other publications, so I can take you anywhere. I have an oil company. They're out of Orange. I advertise for all their car washes. They own 250 Chevron gas stations in California alone, and mini marts with either express car washes or full service car washes, etc. And they go all the way up to Northern California, and so I advertise for them in Northern California in sister publications there. So I'm far reaching. I work closely with 7-Eleven, and I've mailed postcards for them for new store grand openings, you know, as far as Arizona. So tons of them here. I'm working with the franchise division, and I actually worked with the real estate division, if you believe that. So 7-Eleven has a real estate division. I was surprised by that. So that is a good account for you guys. See if I get you in there. Yeah, so they're always scouting new locations and building, and 3 years later, they're opening a store. So very fun. But so I branched out. I also work with hotels. This is La Casa del Camino Hotel in Laguna Beach. It may seem silly, but they wanted a custom parking permit because their parking is off-site. So they wanted their logo, their name on it. They came to me. They said, we can't find anybody who can do this. I made it happen. So I print this. I print all of their t-shirts for their employees, their uniforms. And we print extras that they sell in the lobby, polos and stuff like that for guests. So, and I also do their wine glasses. I etch their name on their wine glasses. So when you get the VIP package, you get a beautiful bottle of champagne with the 2 wine glasses. Very fun. We're maybe going to be doing some shot glasses for the, souvenirs in the lobby and stuff. So, I mean, it goes way beyond just money mailer or a postcard mailing. I'm saying all this just so you can see the scope of the stuff that I'm capable of doing, okay? And thank you to Sharon. Sharon asked me to get a quote for new shirts for the group here. And in so doing, I was able to align directly with Sanmar. Sanmar is one of the largest providers of, you're probably all wearing their shirts, to be honest, of polos and uniform clothing. And I'd never been able to do it in the past, but somehow the stars all aligned, and I am now direct to Sanmar. I can get the shirts at a pittance of a cost. It's amazing what the markup is. And because I don't have overhead, I can keep the cost low. So we were looking at Nike shirts, and I went to my regular vendor and I was like, I can't sell these to Sharon. I can't even give her this price. But going direct, I'm like, oh, okay, now I can, now there's room for profit for me and for her to even get a better deal. So keep that in mind. So it never hurts just to call and ask for a quote. If I can, especially if you want to just show me a quote or what you've been paying, and let me see if I can beat it. 9 times out of 10, I can. So there are so many different fun marketing things. So I'm going to share some of those. This is one, this doesn't really apply to you guys, but this is a birthday gift postcard. I love these. These are fabulous, like for interior design or something like that, right? Where you can say, hey, here's $100 off. I buy birthday lists. I can buy any kind of list you guys want, B2B, B2C. We might be able to work together. I might be able to get you into those corporate places with a beautiful big postcard. How wonderful to go into companies and say, this is what I'm offering. This is what I can do for you. And literally, all you do is you sign a check to me and I do all the work for you to target thousands and thousands of businesses, right? It's hard when you're calling. It's better. I mean, this is better, right? One-on-one. But if you need to cast a wide net and get your word out there and see what you can start getting in some leads. Postcards are a fantastic way. I know I deal with this every day. Everybody's going digital. Everybody's going digital. I'm here to tell you I have the ROI for some of these guys in these books. This gal, HVAC, she said she was with Google. She dropped all print. Okay. Google, she came to me and she says, Kathy, all my advertising is popping up internationally. They were able to get a map of why her phone stopped ringing. She was spending $10,000 with Google. Okay. It was popping up in Europe. That they changed the algorithm and she lost control. They lost control for her. And there's no recourse. The money's gone. She goes, I'm going back to print. People open this. I have people call me and say, can you call this company? I go there all the time. I'd love to have coupons for them, or I'd love to, And so here's another example. Toyota of Orange, right? We buy new mover lists. We actually, so a couple things. One is we can buy new movers. They're in San Juan. We go out whatever radius they want. I can buy a new mover list that just moved in who own Toyotas, okay? Own Toyotas. And we can mail this to them and say, hey, come service your place, come service here. We'll give you a discount for your first time. So there's so many ways to reach out to customers, to get new customers, okay? You know, I've worked with smoke shops, right? Fun. Gokumi, great little sushi place. This is J Sushi. All kinds of different things. We work tons with realtors. Postcards just saying for sale, and then we go back out, sold, right? It's just keeping your name top of mind. You know, branding yourself in a city. You know, we could just hit one area. Here's McKenna Electric, right? Right? Doing a postcard saying, hey, here's our services, you know, we could get some word out for you too. So there's all kinds of options when it comes to marketing and advertising. And I do everything right down to just cute little stickers for a bakery. She makes cakes and they are the best ever. I highly recommend going there. Simply Sweet Cakes. They are in Orange off of Santa Ana off of North Tustin, right off of 17th Street, right there. Her cakes are the best. I used to bake cakes professionally. Absolutely delicious. She trained with Cinderella Cakes, if you guys know them. They're huge, nationwide, well known. And I made her stickers for her boxes. They're so fun and so cute. And this is what she puts on all her product. So, I make for one of the Real Housewives of Orange County. She designs jewelry, and I made her earring cards, you know, with her gold embossed logo on it. I mean, what I can do is wide and far, you know, anything you guys can think of. You're all using print to some form, whether it's just a simple business card or, you know, uniforms and whatnot. So I mean, I'm not a tradesman. I don't go out and build stuff, but I can build your brand and I can build your leads. So I love to do one-on-ones, and I have not started doing that really in the group and would love to do that. So if you guys are just even curious, I'm not, I don't know if you can tell, I'm not pushy. I love just talking. So, you know, let's do a one-on-one. Let's meet. You know, if it works, fabulous. If it doesn't, no problem. No problem. But I'd love to share with you, you know, what other options for lead generation. This is the best environment. I absolutely love this group. One-on-one. I've been tagging people like crazy all weekend long. People, you know, interior designer. And when I do, especially if you have an ad, I just take the copy of the ad, I attach it to somebody digitally asking, you know, I go and I give them a recommendation, just like you said, you know, nothing more, you know, nothing greater than a warm lead, right? You know, I know these people, they're top of the line, you know, reliable, professional. And so I love connecting people. I feel like my time might be up. I'm pretty. Let's take some questions. I mean, I could go on and on. So.
Do you do embroidery work on shirts?
I absolutely do embroidery and screen printing.
Do you do hats?
I do hats. Yeah, beautiful hats. I do bags. I don't do Infinity 24 Garrett's. My colleague does, but she makes him these beautiful, huge bags. You know, and he goes to all these. He goes to the trade shows. And he's smart. He stands at the front door and he gives everybody his bag. So the whole place is walking around with Affinity 24 bags, putting all their swag in there, right? So smart. Any other questions? Yeah.
Hey, I was just gonna make a comment, build on what you said. So I can tell you from personal experience, because I have run Yelp and Google ads. So I've done digital.
Okay.
I have got some leads, but the quality was, especially on the Yelp side, was not good. These were leads I did not want. Mm-hmm. The Google has been a little bit better,
yeah.
But
yes, I will agree with that. And I will warn you guys, I don't like to ever badmouth competition because I think there's a space for everybody. But one thing I have found in being a money mailer franchisee from talking to owners, Yelp is dangerous. So beware of Yelp. And I say that to protect you guys. Once you align with Yelp, if you walk away from them, your numbers start to change. And they have been sued and no one has ever won, but there's a trend. I mean, if people are suing, there's a trend that, you know, they sabotage businesses. I can't say that for, you know, I mean,
You can almost tell by Yelp's MO on their initial website. Because if you're searching for a painter, immediately after is all your competitors instead of you.
right. And that's why I like
So
Money
that
Mailer.
just shows their MO.
Yeah.
You guys, that's another positive for Money Mailer. I know people go, oh, it's, you know, it's not good. I mean, we target mail. I handpick the list of homeowners that I mail into, and they are all affluent, high end. That's what the whole Money Mailer franchise is built on. And we have connecting territory. We have three other reps, all the way from San Diego, all the way, you know, North County. So our territories are connected. We work hand in hand together, and it's all high end. It's all 6 figures above who we mail into. Yeah, AJ.
So when you have a mailing list and you're mailing out postcards and stuff, a big problem is keeping the address current. Do you also do check the address on?
Yeah, so I buy the list. If you do a targeted
No,
postcard,
if you have your own list, you know,
you have to get it,
Because of business to
you
business.
want it vetted.
Right.
You have to vet that. It's better to buy fresh lists. I mean, if it's your own, there's not a lot you can do because there's no way to really vet
people
that.
move and addresses
Right,
change,
you'll
you don't
never
do
know.
that.
You just say or current owner. You won't really know. If I buy a list, I can guarantee you it's been vetted and it's been, it's as current as it can be. Now you're going to have Honey Baked. We saw some come back, right? We did a mass mailing for Honey Baked and they did very, very well. And it was a letter. It wasn't even a postcard. It was an 8.5 by 11 letter, tri-folded and tabbed. We didn't even pay for an envelope. We went and she was shocked. She was paying thousands more than I charged her to do this. And she did it in black and white. I did it in color for her. Less than she was paying. Okay, guys? So I have all kinds of tricks to save money.
So can you mail to like specific businesses, for example, for us to only gyms?
Yes. So we actually we met and talked about that. So we need to circle back with you guys. I need to come back and visit you guys. But
Yeah.
yes, we can pull a list of just gyms. Yeah.
Our business is only for like gyms and
Exactly.
special businesses. not
So
for-
that'll be a little more expensive. That's called a targeted mailer. That's where you buy a list, so you have the cost of the list. But the lists are typically reasonable. You're talking maybe $150 for the list. I don't even mark the list. That's a pass through. I don't mess with that. That's I buy that for you guys. But that's yeah.
Do you have very many painters in your money mailers?
We have a few, but we don't have a lot. And that's what I love about Money Mailer. We don't pit you with competition. We're pretty good as franchise owners. When we have a client, we don't want to saturate the category because we want you to get the business because you will be happy and you will stay. So we do not oversaturate any category. We are not allowed to to offer exclusivity. I have people ask all the time. We're not allowed to do that. We just can't. It's not fair. And then you just can't. But we do limit it. We usually don't go over 3 of any particular category, but it's a fine line, right? Because some people come and go in and out of it seasonally and whatnot. But the nice thing about that feedback I heard from other clients is that, like Angie's List, they go, I'm paying a fortune with Angie's List, and then somebody calls me, somebody puts in a request, and then they get 5 people, and then they're pitting me dollars against 5 other companies. I go, well, that doesn't happen here. Yeah, sometimes you've got competition, but you can tell some of them are high-end businesses, right? Some of them lowball. So if you're a lowball favorite, you're gonna call the lowball dentist, right, on the back. My dentist is killing it. This guy is ridiculous. I have call tracking. I have 4 call trackings. I told you. My gosh, I'll be looking at it and I see new calls coming in. He's crazy, but he's lowball, right? And I got worried because I have a wonderful dentist that I absolutely love in Orange. He's been wonderful. He scaled back though. He was like, I just want to focus on these people right here, right? Like And so, but he's still getting calls. He's got call checking because he's a little higher end, right? It looks different. So there's people who like that, right? There's people who just don't care. They want to go low, you know, they want to save money. So they go for him. If not, they go for the other. Brad, I think my time is up. Okay. So anybody I'd love to do one-on-one, give you quotes, you know, answer questions.